Hello students, how are you all of you? I hope you are fine and safe at your home. In last lecture, we tried to understand the different terminology of accounts, and to continue that series, more terminologies are there which we will try to understand in this series. Okay, so let's start with the receipt. Okay, till 8 I explained you in part first, means part fifth, and in this we are going to start with receipt. So what is exactly receipt? So it is mentioned that when money is received due to the consequence of any business transaction. Okay, so whatever in our normal language we say जब लेन देन होता है, okay, means when goods is given or received or any asset, okay, or any transaction is taken place. So at that time when businessmen receive the cash, so that is called the receipt. Now receipt are two types. One is the capital receipt and second is the revenue receipt. So capital receipt, this receipt is procured from the sale of asset. Whenever you sold any asset and at that time whatever money you receive, that is known as the capital receipt. Next is your revenue receipt. Okay. So profit earned during the year are the subject of revenue. Here there is no concept of profit. You just sold the asset and get the money. Suppose your old machine is there, you sold it, you get the money. It is not profit. So that is called the capital receipt. But when you get profit after selling the commodity, okay, you sold the goods, you got the profit. So that is the revenue receipt. Similarly, payment. When you receive, that is the receipt, and when you give, that is the payment. So payment, money paid due to the consequence of business transaction is known as payment. Okay, so it is also divided into two parts. One is the capital expenditure and second is the revenue expenditure. Okay, so capital expenditure means payment. This payment is not regular. It has occurred during the purchase of any asset. Means when you purchase the machinery or land or any other asset, and at that time whatever payment is done by you, that is called the capital expenditure. Okay, and it has taken place a very long time. Because machine and all that things, so you have not purchased daily. Is it clear? And second is the revenue expenditure. The amount spent and benefit of which is available in the respective accounting year. That is your this type of expenditure occurred during the fixed interval of time. Okay, particularly you have to do this kind of expenditure. Best example is the salary. Every month it has occurred because you have to pay the worker, and that is the revenue expenditure. Okay, next is expense. Whatever the small matters are there related to business and you have to pay for that, that is the expense. So the amount spent and benefit of which is available to the respective accounting year. Advertisement, it is a one kind of expense. Okay, because you get that benefit in that year only. Next is your revenue. Whatever the material or goods is there after selling, whatever income you get or generate in the business, that is the revenue. Next is profit. When the excess over the cost, whatever your cost is there, when you get more than that, that is the profit. So another definition of profit, excess over the cost over selling the goods is called the profit. So profit equal to selling price minus cost price, that you already studied in small standard in mathematics. Next is loss. See, Loss, I always say no business started to occurring the loss. कोई भी आदमी इस एम से बिजनेस नहीं करता कि उसे लॉस हो. लॉस इज ऑलवेज बाय प्रोडक्ट. वॉट एवर डेयरिंग यू डू टू डू द बिजनेस को करने के लिए आपने जो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप किया है, तो उसका जो बाई प्रोडक्ट है दैट इज द लॉस. जिस तरह से समुद्र मंथन के समय में बराबर है, अमृत तो निकला ही था लेकिन उसके साथ में जहर भी निकला था. नोबडी इज एक्सपेक्टिंग दैट बट इट हैज अकर्ड. इट ऑलवेज हैपन. ओके, इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ बिजनेस. सो व्हाटएवर योर negative, you can say the profit, negative profit, that is the loss. So selling of goods less than the cost price is known as loss. So loss equal to selling price minus, cost price minus selling price. Purchase, most important. Whenever you purchase the raw material for the business to make the semi-finished or finished goods, so that is only known as purchase. तो याद रखना, जहां पर भी आपको परचेज, अकेला परचेज लिखा हुआ और कुछ नहीं लिखा है, तो यू हैव टू जस्ट कीप इन योर माइंड दैट गुड्स, इट इज रिलेटेड टू गुड्स, रॉ मटेरियल टू कंटिन्यू द बिजनेस. नेक्स्ट, सेल्स. आफ्टर मेकिंग द गुड्स सेमी फिनिश्ड और फिनिश्ड, व्हेन यू सोल्ड इट इन द मार्केट, दैट इज कॉल्ड द सेल्स. And whatever the goods of raw material or the finished goods which is not sold, okay, it is as it is in your godown or your warehouse, that is the stock. Debtor, a person to whom you have to pay the money, is called your debtor. Is it clear? जिसको भी आपने पैसे चुकाने हैं वो आपका डेटर कहलाएगा. सपोज आपने किसी से कोई गुड्स परचेज किया एंड यू हैव टू पे द मनी, सो दैट पर्सन, मिस्टेक, टू whom you have to receive the money. Suppose you have sold the goods to someone, आपने किसी को सामान बेचा, and after selling the goods, okay, you are receiving money from him, then that person is called debtor to you. जो भी, जिसको भी आप सामान बेचोगे, after selling the goods, whatever you are receiving in the form of cash or kind, so that person is called debtor for you. Next is the creditor. Creditor is a person to whom you have to pay. Creditor is your liability, debtor is your asset. Both are included in personal account. Is it clear? Next टॉपिक में हम लोग डिस्कशन करेंगे. सो आपने अगर किसी से सामान खरीदा, you have purchased something and you have to pay to him, he is called your creditor. Most important concept in account, that is the depreciation. Okay, the meaning of depreciation, when you use any asset for a long time, say the machine, okay, so it has reduced its original cost. There is the down its cost, उसकी cost कम हो जाती है. Okay, and the whatever the reduction in the cost of machine, that is called the depreciation. सपोज आपने 10,000 रुपीज में कोई मशीन परचेज किया और 10 years यूज किया, एंड आफ्टर 10 years you will not sold it 10,000. okay, in some down cost you will sold it, so that amount is called the depreciation. उसको आप लोग क्या बोलोगे? depreciation. next is bad debt. suppose money receivable to you in the business, आपको बिजनेस में पैसा किसी से लेना है, and that person is not pay amount to you, then that is called the bad debt. okay, उसको bad debt बोलते हैं. बराबर है, यानी आपका मनी रिकवर हुआ नहीं है, and it is not a good position for a business, not for us and as well as a person who is deal this kind of thing, because this is the question of goodwill. okay, तो ये बहुत बड़ी बात है बच्चों. ये कभी भी जो है बैड डेप्ट किसी के साथ नहीं होना चाहिए. दैट वन वी हैव टू कीप in our mind as a student of account. Next, solvent. When our capability to pay the dues of the another, or you can say your assets are more than your liability. आपकी जो है लेनदारी जो है अच्छी है और देनदारी कम है, यानी आपको किसी को कम चुकाना है, then that situation is called the solvent. उसको हम लोग solvent बोलते हैं. next is your insolvent. Insolvent is exactly anti of this. when assets become less and liability become more. जब assets ज़्यादा हो जाती हैं तो assets कम हो जाती हैं और liability बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाती है. गुजराती में कहते हैं देवू वधी जाए. That situation is called the insolvent. Next, received. Whatever money is there or whatever the matter which is related to business you have to receive, that is called the receipt. And next is the receivable. Whatever you are going to receive in future is called the receivable. This both are we think it is the same, it is not so. Okay, suppose you have taken money from someone, it is the received, and you are supposed to take near future, that is the receivable. Lena baki hai, but in both condition it is your asset. Now some topics are here: bills receivable, bills payable, cost. This one I am not going to explain you just now. Reason is that it has its independent identity. Okay, and it's take too long time to explain you. So whenever this topic will come in your lessons, then at that time I will explain you. But you keep this thing in your mind: bills receivable, bills payable, and cost. Next is the voucher. That evidence which prove that transaction has taken place, that all evidence are called the voucher. वो सारी की सारी चीजें जो इस बात का सबूत देती हैं बराबर कि बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्शन हुआ है, उसे वाउचर बोलते हैं. सिंपल एग्जांपल देता हूं. आप बैंक जाते हो एंड यू डिपॉजिटेड मनी इन द बैंक. एट दैट टाइम बैंक वाला क्या करता है, एक पेज के ऊपर बराबर है ठप्पे मार के आपको देता है. ओके, एंड दैट फॉलियो, दैट इज द वाउचर. एक वो आपके पास आपको देता है, एक अपने पास रखता है. दैट पे इन स्लिप इज अ वाउचर. उसको वाउचर बोलते हैं. सिमिलरली you have purchased something and you get the receipt against of that, that is the voucher. तो ऐसे जो भी रिटर्न डॉक्यूमेंट्स जो इस बात का सबूत देते हैं that ट्रांजैक्शन हुआ है, बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्शन हुआ है, लेन देन हुई है पैसों की, नो डाउट इट मे बी कैश और क्रेडिट, वो बात की बात है, बट दैट इज द सब्जेक्ट रिलेटेड टू वाउचर. उसे वाउचर बोलते हैं. नाउ व्हेन ट्रांजैक्शन इज टेकन प्लेस एट दैट टाइम one more event has occurred and that is the discount. Okay, Gujarati मैंने वटाओ कहवाय. Means whenever you sold or purchased the goods and at that time whatever fixed price is there, on that fixed price you have to pay the little or you are receiving giving little less, then that is the discount. 50 रुपए का सामान था, you get in 45 rupees, so 5 rupees is the discount. Now, as per its characteristics, it is divided into two parts: trade discount and cash discount. When transaction is in credit, and at that time whatever discount is taken or given, that is called the trade discount. When transaction is in cash, immediate payment, okay, and at that time whatever discount is received or taken, that is called the cash discount. Now, one thing you have to keep your mind, and that is trade discount has never shown in the books of account. Books of account में कभी भी ever never ever trade discount नहीं show करते हैं. Only and only cash discount is the subject of book of account. बराबर है. आप पूछोगे रीजन क्या है? रीजन इज ओनली दैट हर एक व्यापारी सियाना होता है, वो कभी भी जो है क्या कहते हैं ज्यादा टैक्स पे करने के मूड में नहीं होता है. तो सामान अगर उसको कम भाव में मिल रहा है तो उसको टैक्स भी कम पे करना पड़ेगा, तो क्यों ज्यादा दिखा है भाई? Understood or not? And due to that reason, trade discount is never shown in the books of account. Next is, after completing this much, now method of preparing account. So there are two methods basically we use in India, that is the Deshinama and the double entry system. Basically, Deshinama, it is also one kind of double entry system and it is more scientific. But now all over world, okay, double entry system is accepting and computer is also accepting the same pattern, and due to that reason Deshinama system is only applicable in India and its subcontinent. Okay, and in different place it is known by the different name. Gujarati, it is known as the Desi Nama. Okay. If you go in Maharashtra, if you go in UP, okay, they also maintain the accounts in this way. Those who are the traditional traders, जो अभी भी जो है पुराने व्यापारी हैं, वो आज भी देसी नामा सिस्टम एप्लीकेबल करते हैं. बट द मॉडर्न ट्रेडर्स एंड मॉडर्न बिजनेसमैन, they use the double entry system, and here the steps of accounting is given. It doesn't matter whether it is desi nama system or double entry system, they have to follow this only, and everywhere it is applicable. Is it clear? So first of all, the starting of account is from voucher. Voucher से account की शुरुआत होती है, because I have said that earlier, it is a primary document. आपके पास में पेज है जिसमें ये evidence है कि भाई transaction हुआ है. And after that, to verify its characteristics, second thing, we have to identify that voucher, which kind of voucher it is. Which kind means what? सबसे पहले तो आप जब ट्रांजेक्शन करते हो तो you have to think about whether it is an economic transaction or non-economic transaction. And second, after determining that it is an economic transaction, then you have to decide further whether it is a cash transaction or credit transaction. So that is called the identification of transaction. And as soon as you identify the transaction, immediately you open one rough book, because so many transactions are taken place in day. So it is not possible that each and everything will come in the mind. Okay, so immediately we write that transaction in one book, and that book is known as journal. Okay, and with journal, another supporting books are there, and that books are called the subsidiary books. Okay, like for raw material or goods purchase, the purchase book, sales book, purchase return book, sales return book. This type of books are related to purchase of goods. After that, whatever cash transaction are taken place, for that cash book has maintained, and as per its characteristics, it is divided first of all single column cash book, double column cash book, triple column cash book. In single column cash book, only cash column is there. In double column cash book, cash and bank column is there. And in triple column cash book, cash, bank and discount column is there. Broadly, trader use the triple column cash book. Okay, and to support the cash book, one more book is there, and that is called the petty cash book. These all are related to journal. After journal, whatever transaction you have written in the journal, that you have to transfer in one more permanent book, and that permanent book is called the ledger. And Gujarati it is called the khata bhai. Is it clear? And ledger, whatever your parties are there, so different ledger you have to open. Okay, now keep one thing in your mind. If your journal is correct, if there is no error to make the journal, then only your ledger will be correct. If there is mistake, then whatever the further steps are there, everything there will be mistake. So to avoid that, you must be master in journal, and this is the most important part of account. Okay, and then ledger. After that, you post it in the ledger, and after the ledger, with the help of ledger, you prepare the trial balance. Okay. गुजराती में आई थिंक उसको काचू सरवैयो बोलते हैं. ओके, हिंदी में उसे कच्चा चिट्ठा बोलते हैं. बहुत बार आप लोगों ने डायलॉग भी सुना होगा कि मैं तुम्हारे चिट्ठे खोल दूंगा. ओके, सो दैट इज द ट्रायल बैलेंस. ओके, ट्रायल बैलेंस, टू साइड डेबिट एंड क्रेडिट साइड्स आर देयर. ओके, it will be tallied, means both sides of account become equal, then we can say yes, transaction is appropriate, there is no mistake. Okay, and after that, to whatever the transactions are there in the trial balance, that we shifted into final account, and that is the apex of entire accounting system. And in final account itself, there are two account and one statement, that is the trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. Okay, it is, and in this year we are going to understand the account of sole proprietorship. So this much is there when you will be in 12th standard. You will be study account in too detail, because there we are going to understand the account of partnership and then joint stock company. But in this year, this much is there and you have to be master in this. One more thing is there, if you will understand all this concept, then only you will understand something in next year, otherwise it's very difficult. Okay, so again I am telling you now, next chapter it will start from the journal, means identification of transaction, वहां से उसकी शुरुआत होगी. So you be more alert, whatever topic we studied here and before this in part 5th. Okay, that all should be keep in your mind, you recall it, read it again and again, then only you will be acquainted with this word, you will understand the account in systematic and better way. Okay, so bye, see you all of you.